Now, here's one from David. Who are the best past and present ring generals out there calling the matches? I'm not sure if anybody calls the matches today, Nate. I think they're all scripted.
I'm pretty sure they are too. I don't know. From the past, Harley Race, myself, Terry Funk, anybody who was the NWA World Champion, Ray Stevens, Nick Bockwinkel, anybody that was put in the role of having to lead. Back we couldn't talk to each other in the old days, just the referee going back and forth. That's hardly a conversation. You learn how to be a ring general real fast when you're out for an hour. I mean, I've had arguments with guys. Hey, we just got to shut them down. Hey, look, it's my way or the highway.
Well,
I know what I'm doing, and you don't. You know what I mean?
Well, among the relatively modern day wrestlers, I've always been told that Kurt Angle was great at calling matches in the ring.
Who?
Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I have never. He tried to call it with me when I wrestled him, and I wouldn't do it. But at the same time, I hung onto the rope. He respected me too much to stretch me. Where like Jack Briscoe would take me out in the middle of the ring and put the angel on me. No, it's important. I think Shawn Michaels can call a match. Hunter's a great leader too. So I mean, it takes two to dance, man. It takes two to have a great match. And from the beginning of the show, it said that not everybody's going to be the greatest. A lot of people are going to be really good, and a lot of people are going to have good matches. But there's only a handful of people again that can really lead a match. But that's been taught. They've had to learn how to do it to survive in the business.
Isn't it amazing, Rick, that it wasn't all that long ago that all the matches were called in the ring, and then Randy Savage went against that grain, and DDP went against that grain, and somehow that way won out, that all the matches are totally scripted now. That boggles my mind that it's like that.
Well, that didn't win out. What went out was the small promotions closing down and or becoming two companies, and that's what put the end to have to call the matches in the ring because, just evolution and the fact that there's two companies that run it and part of the reason they're scripted is because of TV, Mark. The time frame, the hard time, in out. You just sat in Gorilla, which is what the control room for WCW or WWE. Excuse me, God forgive me, WWE. It's like being in Nassau. They've got 10 TVs. They've got 8 guys in there: Vince, Bruce, Johnny Ace, Billy Kidman doing the time. It's like walking in Nassau watching a rocket take off, and that's the way they approach each match. When they walk through that curtain, the Gorilla, man, it's on, the timer's on, and there's a lot for talent to absorb right now. Not to mention the fact that if you're really good, you don't think about it, but if you've had a great match, you don't worry about it. But if something's gone wrong, you got to walk back through that curtain and the guy's standing there. And when he goes like this, or he stands up and says, I need to talk to you, or he goes, what? You never know. 80s heels don't draw.
And finally, here's
I don't know why I keep you around here, Hunter. What were you thinking about? Yeah, that was Madison Square Garden.
Now here's one from Eddie, and this is actually a real good question. Who's a better worker, Shawn Michaels or Ricky Steamboat?
Well, you're going to want me to fight with you. The answer is Shawn Michaels, because he can work both ways.
Well, we never know if Steamboat could have or would have, but we've already established.
Yeah, but you're asking me a question directly. As I said before, Ricky Steamboat was just too nice a guy to ever be a heel. Shawn, equally talented, the two best performers I've ever been in a ring with, both of them. But the best between the two would have to be Shawn, because you're right, we'll never know about Ricky. So not knowing, I got to go with Shawn, who could go both ways and excel at both ways. Does that make sense?
No question.
Not just be good. Shawn could excel at both. He's the best in-ring performer in the history of our business.